Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Penn State's offense comes on the field to open this game. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kurt. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now. Here comes the handoff. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game makes it second and medium. Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The important third down play coming up. Can he get there on the ground? Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area. Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades. Going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently. And, of course, Saquon Barkley. The list goes on of great Penn State running backs. And I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
And the Nittany Lions have first and 10 here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. It's a draw play.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Nittany Lions are in the red zone. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. The Nittany Lions line it up with first and goal. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Will he score here? And he's brought down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this, it's a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. So Notre Dame's offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kurt, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
The shotgun handoff here. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. No huddle now for the offense.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football
into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of 1. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And as we move to the second quarter, you hope these teams will build on a promising start. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Van Dyke. Looking for his back. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Look out, he's got some space. Across the 40. Inside the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Again, moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He finds the running back in the flat. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And that's a solid return after the interception.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Lets it go quickly. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch does get the foot down. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They finally corral him at the 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Solid first down gain, sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on second and goal? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Van Dyke. He's moving out of the pocket now. Going to try to use his legs here.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And the Nittany Lions will send the punt team onto the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? He'll hand it off. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. A change of direction. Great cut. They whiff on it. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Back to pass. It's Van Dyke. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a quick grab. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw yet again. The pocket breaking down. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack. The sack sets up second down. Quarterback drops back and looking for a big play here. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. This offense has been clicking so far. But they get aggressive, go for more before halftime.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
First down. We're going to throw the football. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it on the move. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he'll be brought down as time runs out here in the first half. Notre going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
Returner is brought down. Gets us started with the next drive. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line.
And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk in the booth. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
There are a lot of people who feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
And they'll use the ground game here. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
When this offense continues to roll, we wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Cannot escape it. Down he goes.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. He missed it. That's just a minor blip in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it, and the ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him down out near the 40. The Nittany Lions hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And third and short, they hand the ball off. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. But we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Dropping back. It's Van Dyke. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
The offense facing a tough conversion here, 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
And the Nittany Lions are in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Nittany Lions pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Offense in hurry-up mode. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Pressure is coming. He's going to lose yardage here. The defense pursues and forces him out of bounds. So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find.
Down he goes, a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And he knocks that one right through.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Important 2nd down play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. Receiver makes the grab, and the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. So 3 quarters complete in this battle to crown a national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the game summary so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. A handoff from the shotgun. Tackle made after just a short gain. That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The punt team making their way on the field. And he takes it around the 20. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Penn State offense comes back on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The Nittany Lions looking to use the up-tempo offense here. To the air, it's Van Dyke. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. That pass is caught. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He lets it go on the move, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. How you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Here we go. Unlock. Hey, Cam.
You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
Play action fake, looking to throw. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Turns on the speed. And he finally steps out, but not before an excellent return to set up the offense. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. He's going to take off here. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. On the run here, lets it go. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. They'll try a pass here. Touchdown, Penn State. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And down to try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
When these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. Now it's second down here. Single back takes the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, they fall a little bit short at the final hurdle. A small consolation, but they really had an excellent season. A lot to be proud of. Just couldn't get the job done here today.
Chris, that's really well said. And while I know we're going to have plenty of time over the next few weeks and months to focus on the champs, it's not easy to get to this point. While I know it's tough in that